Hello, hello.
How are we, guys?
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays, Matty boy. The final instalment of the year.
This is our final live of 2022.
Wow. It has been a fast year.
Yeah, I would say the last couple of months have flown by.
Flown by.
I feel like I can't believe it's Christmas time already.
Yeah, I don't really feel like I'm kind of mentally ready for it.
You're not there
Christmas
yet?
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not. We've been going pretty strong. Normally, you kind of feel the taper off of your workload.
Yep.
And that leads you into the festive feeling.
That's true, but we were busy.
We have been busy.
I've been busy as hell, traveling and stuff, so.
Without a doubt. Big one today, 5-year anniversary.
It is the 5-year anniversary of this channel.
Yep, it is the 5 year. So we're here to celebrate with you guys for that.
Oh, wow.
Drink for the lads.
What do you got?
We
Look
floated.
at this guy. Oh, I can't wait for this. This is my day has been made.
Little drink for the boys.
Yeah, I think. We've been talking about it for 5 years, so let's...
We've got to celebrate with a little something. There's
Macallan 18. There's just enough.
couple of short ones.
Have you been drinking in your office?
Well, some days. Oh. Let me manage the cork situation here. Be one
While
second.
Ian sorts that out. 5 years, eh? That's
5
crazy.
years.
Wow. It's a wild scene. We are going to drink. I don't know if we're breaking a YouTube. No, it can't be. There must be like wine tasting channels. I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah, Wine Library TV, Vaynerchuk's original.
Oh yeah, was that him?
Yeah.
Okay. So drinking is encouraged on YouTube. Yep. Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas. We are only 6 days away from the day.
Well, this was a great idea, Matty. In reality, this has turned out to be a disaster.
You don't have any tools for the job?
I don't. We're ill prepared for
What happened? The cork
fishing.
break?
I don't know how it's broken there.
Because it has a stopper on it, no?
Yeah, it does.
We may have to downgrade our drink.
Well, we've got some other good options in
Yeah,
there.
I'm sure we'll do fine. Yep, appreciate you guys congratulating. It has been quite a 5 years.
It has.
Crazy, it's flown by. Can't believe it's been 5
know.
years. Did you get it?
I got it. Well,
Hopefully.
yeah.
If the little cork goes in there, it won't kill us. We'll survive.
We will.
The color of that,
We
eh?
will.
The rich mahogany color.
It's literally going to be a wee dram.
I think
each.
that's probably good. Yep. Yep.
A wee dram each for the lads.
Yep. Season's greetings to all. We'll keep letting you guys join us. Hopefully get a good turnout today, even though it's the holidays. I think most people are going to work a few more days before they take their...
Definitely a couple more days, eh?
Yeah. Or if you're in school, I think you've got a few more days of school left. Look at that. Look at the color of that. Thank you, my friend.
A wee dram.
Macallan 18. Cheers, pal.
Cheers, pal.
Thank you.
Cheers to you
Cheers
guys.
to you guys for 5 years.
Yep.
My God.
Thank you for all of you for following us along and supporting the channel and
Everything.
yeah, the whole journey.
It's been a hell of a journey.
Pretty cool to see. Pretty cool.
Tell you what, that's not bad, is it?
It's been a while, friend. Oh,
That's very good.
it is nice. It is nice.
Like, that's really, really good.
Yep.
I'm more of a bourbon person myself, but to be
Yeah.
honest with you, I would drink that.
Macallan is
Oh.
the way to go.
Boy, is that
If
good.
you're going to sit and just
Like, that's...
enjoy one.
I love
nice,
that.
eh?
Boy.
Yeah,
Was that a gift?
that's my fave. I think it was.
Yeah, nice.
It was.
Chef recommends Macallan 18. That's really good. Goodness. Thank God you don't have more. I'd be going home drunk. Lindsay would have to come pick me up.
I think for me, when it comes to whiskies, that's like something like rich in flavor like that. Not overwhelming in terms of like the Lagavulins or
No,
the
not at all.
Lafroigs and
Not
that
at
sort
all.
of thing. They're really peaty or strong, but those taste good.
That's fantastic.
Mr. Coates is asking, what are we drinking? Rob, we are having a Macallan 18.
And it's a hell of a drink. It's going on my Christmas list.
Josh was saying, chug it.
Chug it, yeah.
You don't chug a Macallan.
It must be sipped. It must be sipped. Must absolutely be sipped slowly. Okay. And we got a nice super to start with from C Golf. Happy holidays. Happy holidays to you.
Happy holidays to you too.
And happy 5 years. Thank you. We're excited. How comparable are Modus Pro 120 to Project X LZ 6.0? Somewhat comparable?
Yeah, somewhat comparable. Yep, softer midsection on both. You know, a little bit more stable in the handle and the tip. So. Yep, absolutely.
Another part of the question is, does swing weight impact strike location? He bumped I-59s to D5 from D1, and now he's got them a little more heel side.
Okay.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I would say yes. You know, swing weight can definitely impact strike location. We just did a video on exactly that.
Yeah, not going to be far away. You guys will see that. I'm going to put that up tomorrow.
Could do.
Why don't we put that up tomorrow?
A little lead tape testing.
Yeah. The first, as you said at the beginning of the video, you said, what, 12? We've done 1,200 videos. It's the first time we've done a little lead tape test.
Yeah.
I think it was a good test. I'm not a lead tape person myself. I think I don't know, I just like my irons to look very clean and nice. And it's not that I don't understand what it could do, but I think the video did a good job of at least convincing me that there's value to it. I can see why people do it.
Totally.
Yeah.
I think I mean, you also have the ability to have your clubs built however you want them as well, right?
This
so
is
if you have a
fair, yeah.
preferred swing weight or something like that, you know, you can just have it, you know, moved around quite a bit.
No, you're right about that for sure.
All right, what
Mike,
else we got?
Mike's asking, he says, congrats on the 5 years. Thanks, Mike.
Thank you, Mike.
What's the word on the rest of the JPX line? Are we in a JPX here?
We are. We're halfway through. We've had 3 so far. We've had high launch, hot metal. We've had hot metal high launch, hot metal standard, hot metal pro.
Okay, so there's the bottom part of the line.
We're waiting on forged and tour.
Any idea of when? Is that a PGA show thing?
It will be.
Cool.
Yeah, I think it will be.
So it'll be good actually, Mike. We'll hopefully test those in about a month's time in Florida, and we got their new woods to test. I honestly think I've seen some. I mean, obviously their marketing team takes nice photos, but I've seen some really nice photos of the sole plate of that new driver.
It looks good, doesn't it?
It looks really good.
I know.
The kind of that electric blue.
Yep.
I didn't expect to like it, but it looks great.
It does. I've got a podcast tomorrow with Vosh.
Oh, good.
On exactly that. It's going to be
sweet.
Posted on their channel. So they sent me the marketing deck on
Very
the new
nice.
driver and stuff like that. It looks really
Looks
good.
promising.
Yeah, it
Good.
does. And you were saying you watched the boys doing some testing of some new Strixon products?
Yeah, so I was practicing on, it would have been Friday, and the fitting team had just like a window of time where no one was in, and all the boys hit the, I guess it is under embargo, whatever.
Yeah.
One of the new Strixon drivers in a low loft, low spin model, and some of the ball speeds and super low spin numbers, even for Paul, who said he's a bit of a high spin player.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be one to look at. So we'll be testing Strixon in the new year, guys. We've got righty stuff. I guess we'll wait for some of the lefty stuff at least.
Yeah, for sure.
But we will be reviewing it.
There's a couple. There's a couple of options that won't come, I guess, in lefty. A couple of the options that are in there. So and we need to get some 4-irons as well.
Okay, cool.
So
we're waiting on that. You
5,
probably
7s
won't.
and wedges, I think.
You probably won't see it on January 4th, but you'll see it in early to mid-January for Strixon.
Lots of congratulations and wishes. Really appreciate it.
Much obliged, everyone.
A couple of really nice messages coming. People are feeling festive. Richard Bowman, you boys and the team are amazing. Thus, the 5 visits I have made there and will continue again and again.
That's awesome, Richard.
Great to hear, Richard. Really, really great to hear.
Keep on coming back. You're always welcome.
We definitely appreciate that. Sean D says, shout out to TXG fitter Tim in Calgary.
Oh, nice.
Amazing fitting earlier this year from him, and I've been waiting to give him props on the live Q&A. So really appreciate the shout out for Tim
good
and
job,
David
Tim.
doing out in Calgary, doing good stuff.
Very nice.
If you're out in the Calgary area, if you're in the Edmonton area, you're close enough by. The guys will have their new product in very, very soon.
Oh, good.
I would say we're going to get busy out there for sure. A lot of people waiting for the new product. If you do want to get ahead of that,
you should book now.
just book in advance. And even, to be honest, even for even for here in the Mississauga location, you're going to want to probably get ahead of the spring rush.
Because it's going to go nuts. We've got so many driver releases, so many woods and irons releases that people are going to be, you're right, chomping at the bit to get to.
For sure.
Book in advance. And ask for a gift card, because there's only 6 days to Christmas, and last minute shopping, get yourself a gift card.
Get yourself a gift card. Great idea.
And I'll grab this one from Jamie.
Okay.
Jamie Robertson says, hi guys, I'm a +3 player, very good. Working on getting shallower. He started 8 down with a 7-iron on GC quad. Okay, that's a bit steep. What is ideal AOA with a 7-iron, 5-iron? That's a good question. What do you think?
I would say 7-iron, I'd like to see about 4.5 down.
On quad? Okay.
Yep, on quad.
What would that be on TrackMan? Is it less?
TrackMan's going to be a little bit...
or is it more? I can never
more.
remember. So you'd be more like 5.5 down.
TrackMan's a little measured a little bit more down. So when you're a couple of degrees up on quad, you're about 0 on TrackMan.
Gotcha. Yeah, so take 3-ish degrees off that, Jamie, would be great. Would be great. And the 5-iron, I would say a little bit shallower than that, maybe 1.5 degrees versus the 7-iron.
Yeah, exactly.
Wonderful.
Thank you to Richard Skinner for the
Thank you, Richard.
super chat. I don't see a.
It's a super thanks, they call it.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Some fireworks. Thank you, Richard.
Thank you.
We enjoyed the show. Speaking of fireworks, you'll be seeing some fireworks, won't you?
I will.
In Disneyland.
House of the Mouse.
Tomorrow night, if you can stay up.
Yeah.
Ian's
that's
going.
a good idea.
You
We
should.
probably will see it tomorrow night.
Before you go to bed.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure you will.
We will. Yeah, taking the little ones. My little boy turns 3 on was it Thursday? Yeah, Thursday. No, it'll be Friday. So he's 3 on Friday.
23rd?
23rd.
Nice.
And so we're down at Disney for a few days with him and little Harper.
That'll be great.
That'll be great.
I'll have a blast.
They will.
Yeah, we're both off for the holidays, getting some sun, so it'll be nice.
Matty Ladd is vacationing.
Oh, it'll be nice.
Mexico.
Me and the missus honeymooning in Mexico. We're leaving
Honeymooning, yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Honeymoon, yeah.
Good lad.
Yeah. We were gonna take a trip next year, but I just thought, you know what, let's I think the honeymoon should be close to the wedding. That's what I said. So I said, let's go. So we booked ourselves a nice place, so we're looking forward to it. I'm gonna rest, relax, have a few beverages, some food.
1 or 2, a couple of cocktails.
1 or 2 per hour, regular rate.
Love it. Love it.
Steph P's asking, how's Archie doing? My pooch, he's doing good. Archie's in sniff training, smell training.
Yeah,
So he's doing it's kind of like taking an 8th grader to a 1st grade class. He knows what he's doing. So he's doing good. Thank you for asking.
Arturo is asking, I've been playing JPX 919 Hot Metal for 3 years off the shelf. Since then I've had 3 years of lessons and time to replace. What would you recommend testing? I mean, lots of different things obviously going to go into that. What do you need? What's changed in your game? Have you developed beyond the kind of game improvement style of a Hot Metal? Are you needing something more like a 770 type style head? So maybe follow that up on Arturo if you can. Let us know a little bit more of, what are the irons? Are you looking to replace them just because you feel like 3 years has passed and you've evolved a little bit? Is there something the irons are doing that you would like them not to do?
Theoretically, maybe he doesn't need as much forgiveness, or maybe he wants weaker lofts, something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah, follow up for sure.
Let us know. Give us a lot more context, and I can drill into that a little bit more.
We will grab it.
Michael is asking, what are we most looking forward to at the PGA show?
Oh, Michael. Where is that?
Right down. I think right at the very
bottom.
end. There we go.
Michael, yeah, good question.
What
Michael.
are we looking forward to at the show?
Well, as I kind of alluded to, I think the show will be when we test a lot of Mizuno's new stuff.
Yep.
So I would say I'm very much looking forward to testing some Mizuno stuff. We get to see some people that we haven't been able to see in 2 years.
That's what I'm looking forward to.
That'll be nice.
Yep.
I know I went last year, but I didn't see a ton of people.
Yeah.
Because not everyone was there. But yeah, no, I think I'm kind of looking forward to seeing it back to its original glory, so to speak. Obviously, canceled 1 year, back last year, maybe not quite its usual luster. So it'll be good. It'll be good. I think we got plans to meet up with lots of different people. And as we said, we'll do some club testing on the range.
Yeah.
Maybe a little Wilson stuff. I was thinking about that the other day.
Yeah.
I think they'll have a booth at the old 360 range. So they're starting to kind of tease some woods out. So it'd be cool to do some of that.
It definitely will. Definitely will. Okay, Jack Woods. What is your recommended loft gapping between clubs? Struggling with 5 wood, considering going with a 18 to 20 degree hybrid. Driver goes 200 meters, 5 wood 180. For hybrid goes, I guess that's supposed to be also 180?
Yeah, I think so. Considering the swapping.
Not sure. So recommended gapping, Jack, roughly is going to be. So cool one from Ping when we were out there is basically your 7-iron ball speed divided by 10.
That was cool.
That was a cool little nugget that Marty shared with us that they look at. So, most people's ball speed with a 7-iron, I would say that we see is probably around the 112 to 115, so probably 11-ish yards, 10 to 11 yards across the board. In terms of your wood, you can stretch that out a little bit. You're gonna probably have a bigger change in distance as you increase length and decrease loft. So if you're 10 yards between the irons, you're maybe 15 to 18 between the woods.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Something in around that.
Yep. Okay, I got one here from John. I think we're still talking Mizuno here. John got fitted the other day. He MP 223 and 221. Had the same ball speed with both. That's interesting. The dispersion was tighter with the 221. Is that normal?
Not that uncommon,
Yeah.
John. I think the efficiency of the sole for you is probably working really well.
Okay.
So yeah, I would embrace it like you say.
Yeah. Or even worst case, you do a combo set in the longer irons.
Yeah,
But
totally.
the 7-iron obviously works quite well.
Yep. So one there, that was going to be a good one. Emilio, you asked on TXG on our Instagram what was our favourite memory. We asked you guys what was your favourite memory of the channel for the last 5 years. And Emilio was flipping it back on us. What's our favourite memory of the last 5 years?
That's a hard one.
I don't know if it's a favourite memory, but if I think about the channel and as a whole, I think we both kind of probably agree with this. It got us through COVID.
Oh yeah,
Especially the first lockdown, we were just
I agree.
What the heck is going on? Like, what are we supposed to do? How is this supposed to feel normal?
Coming in 2-3 times a week, that was a good period of time because it could have been a lot worse.
Yeah.
It really could have been. It could have been just sitting at home.
Yeah.
That was a good memory.
So I think I'll always definitely be thankful for that time.
And you'll probably see a highlight reel at some point on our Instagram, and one of those highlights would probably be one of our favorite memories. So keep an eye on the
keep an eye out for that
Instagram page.
Tomorrow, I think.
Is it tomorrow?
Yeah,
okay.
I think so.
Yeah.
Freddie is asking, could you ask Voshal if they'll add custom shaft options for the STZ 230, in particular for high swing speeds? I will surely do that.
Sure.
Yeah. I'll talk to them about that in the podcast, what their philosophy is for offering a wide and diverse shaft matrix.
They've generally had a pretty good selection, have they not?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did we take this one about putters from Harlan?
I haven't seen that one.
Okay. Harlan says, I know new putter releases are not as sexy as drivers. Yeah, that's fair. But have you guys heard anything about new putters coming early 2023?
Yeah. Lots of new stuff coming. There's some Scotty stuff in the pipeline. There's some TaylorMade stuff in the pipeline. Cat Odyssey. There'll be Toulon. Yeah, I mean, everyone's going to do something.
There'll be new stuff. Yep. I would say for you, and probably for me, the Scotty stuff is usually catches our eye, but Do you know what he has coming, or do you just know there's a release? Oh, you know?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
nice. Very nice.
stuff. Lovely.
Cactus Jack, Arizona, is saying, as a chronic handle raiser, 4 degrees toe down on quad. The quicker I swing, the more toe down I get. Any tips on how to improve this aspect of my game? What basically is happening with that is your recruitment of speed is very much, you've got too much vertical, right? So you've got, in some way, shape or form, you're early extending, you're pulling up with the handle. It can be a little bit of a shut face that can cause people to lift the handle as well and point it more to the open side.
Yep.
I think one of the things I see that works really well is neutralizing the club face, get it a little bit on the weaker side. That can be a little bit of grip stuff.
Okay.
And also a little bit of a shallower downswing plane tends to get the handle a little bit lower as well.
Lower, yeah. Makes sense. I think Arturo's got a follow-up. So
Good.
he was asking about, let me just remind myself. Arturo originally asked about, basically it's JPX 919 hot metals, 3 years off the shelf. He's had 3 years of lessons, so what do we recommend? So he's saying, okay, so my handicap is hanging around the 25-ish range. He wants to stay in game improvement for now, but he has more time to devote to the game, just time to be fit as well. So, 919 hot. I mean, it still might be a good iron for you.
I would probably, honestly,
Maybe wait a bit longer.
Yeah, I'd hang on. I'd keep working at it. I mean, I think one iron we've been really impressed with that we've tested so far in our travels was the Ping G430.
Yeah, that would be a good one to look at.
Yeah, I mean, we can talk about it because there's other channels that have obviously done their testing on it, Big Al being one of them. But I'm going to guess, Arturo, that you wouldn't mind a little more ball speed and a little more height.
Okay.
And if you're okay with those two things, the 430 is definitely something to try.
Definitely, yeah. Yeah, they felt good too.
They did. Okay. Our friend Michael Crawley in Tremor, hi guys, will Mizuno be releasing a replacement for ST220G?
That's a good question.
No, Mick,
no?
will not. Your driver's in good shape. Mick was out with us
Is that what you asked?
earlier in the year, and we fit him into that driver, that head.
So that remains current.
It was so good.
Was it good for him, yeah?
That and an Autoflex.
Oh, really?
Mick averaged, he was about, I think he was 99 to 101 club head speed.
Yeah.
Consistently 270 and over.
Jeez.
Yeah,
so you're just maxed out.
Full maximise potential.
So,
and the thing is, Mick, and this goes for anyone else who's been fitted and got really dialed in and really wondering if there's something new coming out, it doesn't matter. There's nothing like those. The numbers are the numbers, regardless of the era that it came out in.
True. If it's fitted for you and it works, yeah.
That's it. That's all you need to know. Yeah.
Yep. Good. From Sean. Okay, he says, buddy of his is newish, I'm assuming to the game. He got fitted for a TSR2 9 degree, but still spinning in the mid 3000s. Is a driver fitted to a bad swing still worth it in the long run? Interesting question. So he's got a TSR2 in the 9 degree, but still, so he's probably heel striking it, I would imagine, or striking it low in the face.
It is, Sean, it is still worth it, because at the end of the day, you can't, nothing in the future is guaranteed. There's no guaranteed your friend's going to improve. I mean, I hate that. It sounds probably the pessimistic view of it, but I would not have bought the driver in the first place.
Yeah, if it wasn't quite right.
If you were not kind of, getting the numbers you wanted. TSR2, we're doing probably, for every 10 TSR drivers we sell, we're probably selling 8 threes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's mostly threes?
Yeah, mostly threes, just because of the adjustability of the
fair
track. So I would probably be inclined to, if it was me and that was my customer, I'd be inclined to be asking them back for another look. Let's see if we can get the numbers a little bit more dialed in. I wouldn't be happy if somebody spent north of $800, in Canada anyway, on a driver that expensive, and they're still struggling with their distance.
Yeah, you'd be losing quite a bit of distance at mid 3000s.
Grab my putter. Dave Fogel's asking, both of you have been through putter fittings. I'm curious if you've switched to those putters you were fit for, or you went back to your own and tweaked it, or just left it alone.
Good question. While Ian gets his, the last time I was fit for a putter was for the Cobra, I think it's a Supernova. I did use it. I am using it.
Champagne Supernova?
I'll probably be Champagne Supernova, yeah. I'll probably switch in the new year, but yeah, I played it. I think I played most of the stuff I've been fit for over the years, but changed a few times. And Ian's got a new potential love affair here.
New one to try. This one came through the other day. New Mura. This is the KM1. Really, really nicely done. Got a bit of milling in the face.
Nice. Yeah.
Got a little Mitsubishi MMT 135. So obviously in the Odyssey fit, I got fit into an Odyssey Tri-Hot 1.
Looked a lot like
shape, basically this shape.
Yep.
Now the difference obviously being the CG being a little more forward and the weights and the toe and the heel, so it's a little bit more forgiven. But this thing feels fantastic. It really does.
Like that putter shaft too?
I do. Putter shaft feels great, but you've kind of got the softness of the Mura, steel.
Right.
You've got the MMT, obviously graphite dampening the vibration, and my old faithful
your favorite grip.
Matador grip that I always keep a little supply of. So I'm really keen to roll a few with that thing when we get down south.
Yeah, that would be great.
I mean, the likelihood is for me, I'll happily, court a few different putters. My putter of choice is still my Scotty Champions choice.
Yeah, you'd rather adjust that when needed. Yep.
Yeah. And lots of people in the video said, wouldn't you just adjust the loft on your Scotty? I did.
Yeah.
It's the first thing I done.
Yeah.
To make sure it's in line. I'm not sure. Certainly on the putter length that we were testing with Eric and Johnny, it was a much longer putt than we test off of here.
Different.
So the launch angle was going to be slightly higher.
I never thought of that.
More velocity and
never thought about that.
So, I wouldn't be too inclined to take all the loft away from it. I'd still like it launching between 2 and 3 at 18 feet.
Right.
I'd be absolutely fine with that.
Yeah, makes sense.
Whiskers saying, I would have thought filming on Ladies' Night would have been one of the moments.
That's right. We used to do that a lot,
Remember
didn't we? Monday used
with
to
the
be
Iron
Ladies' Night.
Ladies.
The Iron Ladies, yeah. Yeah, we would be doing our. Will we do an evening live? We used to do evening live.
Yeah. It used to be like 5 o'clock.
We used to do a lot of different stuff, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, Ladies' Night. What can we see?
Lots of supers coming in. Much appreciated.
Take this one from Morgan. Morgan's asking about LA Golf iron shafts. Can the Bryson series, which are one length blanks, be built as a progressive length set by butt trimming?
It can. You're gonna get progressive, obviously, weighting when it's a constant weight.
So the
design,
the short clubs will be light. Not necessarily what you want, is it?
No.
Yeah.
No.
So it's a yes, but probably not a great idea.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Descending mass technology is my least favorite.
Yeah. There's a reason you don't see it out there much.
It's a tough one for Kobe. Is saying he's really struggling with driver recently, can't get away from the heel, hitting high spinny ball flights. I actually broke 2 shafts at the hosel. Why is this happening? What should I focus on and feel? I mean, first thing I would do is, head out, get a lesson. Some way, shape or form, Colby, you're getting further away from yourself than you were at impact. That can be, weight starts too much in the heels, and then as you swing, you've got to relocate the mass forward, and that forward momentum can push a center strike to the heel.
Yep.
It can be, over the top. It doesn't. I wouldn't imagine it's as much of that. So, there's lots of different things. One of the things I like to do is maybe grab like a water bottle or something like, one of the 1.5 litre Evian size bottles. Just put it to the outside of your golf ball.
That's a good idea.
And then just hit a few with kind of that as a little bit of a barrier to stop you. Basically, you'll hit the bottle.
If it's a heel strike.
Or even a towel. A towel's even better.
Going, head cover.
Just take the towel, head cover, roll it up, and then just put it on the outside.
That's a good idea.
You just need something in your mind to go, I don't want to move in that direction. And then you might have the arm stay closer to the body as you pivot. Lots of different things it could be, but I would get in the habit of, trying to not move out that way, and you can do it through an object in the way, or you can do it by analysing what's causing you to get closer to the ball.
In the actual swing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Aidan Hunter's asking, happy holidays guys, watching your content has made me seriously consider getting a fitting. If you guys can't comment on this, I understand. Being in Vancouver, how does modern golf compare to TXG? I couldn't tell you honestly what you would get from a modern golf these days. It doesn't sound like the same place that I was a part of in terms of the fitting options, and
it's changed over time.
I think the business model appears to have changed a little bit from what I gather. So, is it the same? I couldn't tell you.
Fair enough.
I don't know enough about what their offerings are out there. In terms of what's out there, I don't know if I could tell you anywhere that's really in Vancouver offering a kind of top tier service.
Not that I can think of either.
No. So I would say hang fire. We're going to be in Vancouver very, very soon.
Yes.
Aidan. So we'll have news on Vancouver very, very soon.
Oh, good.
So keep your pennies in your pocket.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. This is a fairly easy one. Do you think TaylorMade will stick with carbon face in their 2023 driver or something else? They said it in 2022. They are sticking with carbon face for the foreseeable future. So 2023, 2024, and presumably their next few generations will have it.
I mean, they said that when we went from R9 460, we went to R11, we went to white.
That's right.
And they said we make white drivers now.
Oh, is that what they said?
Yeah. So they and then along came R1, there was R15.
Yep.
There was, and then 2016 came the on metalwood, the M2 and M1.
Of course.
So it was a white top line with carbon in the back, and then that subtly became silver in carbon.
Yes.
And then now obviously they went back to black.
They've transitioned. It's come full circle.
So you can see the trend and the transition for them is to stick with it for a while, and then maybe if they see a reason to go away from it, they might. So
we'll see.
I don't know.
I expect to see it for a couple of years.
I do. I definitely do. Yep. I'm keen to see them do that. I'm keen to see them explore it for a little while and get some, significant enough feedback and time working with. I know they've had carbon faces for, like they said, 20 years.
Yeah,
but
it's happened before.
They haven't had a full, year's worth of data.
Proper stuff,
and
proper
research.
Release, full global release.
Totally.
Yep. Jordan's, speaking of which, asking when will the new TaylorMade drivers and woods be available for fitting? That would be probably late January, early February.
Yeah.
Embargo on those is the 10th, so you'll see videos from us, and then within a month, Jordan, you'll be able to come into a TXG location and hit all the ones that you want.
Definitely. Mark the Golf Addict, TaylorMade is like a politician changing opinions with the breeze. I mean, I think they were. I think, there's that stigma has stuck with them a little bit.
Has it ever?
And I don't personally think that's fair. I mean,
not anymore.
They're in the same cycle as almost
everyone.
Well, you call
Titleist and Ping are the only ones that
they're a little bit later, but Mizuno will offer you a new driver every year. Callaway will offer you a new driver every year. There's
Cobra.
Cobra will offer you something every year. So, I don't think they're doing anything wrong anymore.
No.
They obviously
had
a business model for a while that was trying to flood the market with products. So basically, products would get old fast, and then they could take the price down, and then the price went from $599 to $499 to $299.
Right.
And the idea was they wanted everyone at every price point to play a TaylorMade driver.
Yeah, just get a TaylorMade driver
Yeah.
in everyone's hand. Yeah. I mean, it probably worked at the time.
I'm sure.
Okay, Joe Lane's asking, which iron?
I just want to sing Jolene every time
I know.
see Joe's name.
Jolene was on at the holiday party that I went to. Like one of the first or second songs we walk in and Jolene comes on, I'm like, that's...
And did you celebrate it appropriately?
I immediately went to the bar, yeah.
I think it's straight to the middle of the dance floor and just...
Well, the dance floor wasn't open yet. It was seating there.
That could have been awkward.
Yeah, it would have been awkward. Okay, so which iron is doing best in fittings between Hot Metal Pro, 225 Pro, and P790? That's a great question.
For the year, Mizuno 225.
Okay, so 225 did the best.
Yep.
Out of these three irons, which is best on toe strikes and low strikes?
Both, I would say in the order of...
Toe and low.
I would probably go Hot Metal Pro,
Best?
790, yep,
Okay.
next, and then 225s.
Yeah.
Both TaylorMade Mizuno engineer their heads for a really, really good amount of output out the low part of the head.
Because so many guys hit it there, right?
Yeah.
Ping I-230, Joe, would be very different on forgiveness than those three irons.
Yeah.
Certainly not unforgiving,
Totally.
but it's a player's iron, so less by some margin, I would say.
Commander Chair, are there actual advantages for good ball strikers to have an iron with a short toe to heel length, or is it purely visual? It's definitely not purely visual. Changing the blade length changes the MOI of the club itself, changes the properties, so it is generally harder to shape a long toe to heel club than it is a short toe to heel club.
Less workable?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely not just a cosmetic and a visual.
There's J-Dub on there. Johnny, hello.
Johnny boy.
Just saw Johnny in San Diego a couple weeks ago. You guys will see him you already saw him in a putter video, and you will see him in another video releasing the new stuff on January 4th.
Yep, I know Johnny boy's very excited, as are we.
Yeah, I think their stuff was great.
Yeah, very, very strong year coming up for...
Excited for their stuff big
Callaway.
time.
Our old pal Dave Zeno. Morning, guys. Nothing here aside from a very Merry Christmas to the entire TXG team. Looking forward to next year's
Thank
content.
you, Dave.
That is very kind, Dave.
Very generous of you.
Very,
We'll put
very
that towards another bottle of Macallan 18.
good stuff.
It's going to the Macallan 18 fund.
Yeah.
I'm going to grab a couple of these supers quick. Okay. Ciaran? Is that right? How do you pronounce that?
Kieran.
Kieran. I was not even close. Got fit in Ireland for Callaway Rogue Triple Diamond LS. Lovely. Extremely low spin. Is this too low to hold the ball in the air
Too
and
low,
maintain?
Kieran.
Yeah, too low,
low,
buddy.
man.
What do you think? 2100 would be
21's
nice?
nice. 21, 22 is low enough.
So you could go up in loft if that's possible.
Yeah.
With the same head, or you may want to look at the, what was it, Max LS? Was the other model?
Yeah.
Instead in the same loft, but yeah, you want to add 500 RPMs to that.
Yeah.
You could hit 1 out of 10 in the biggest bomb of your life with that spin rate, but for the most part, you'll probably be hitting them a little bit all over the place.
Yeah.
And this is just a nice one from Jack. Jack says, love your content, honest reviews, straight down the line, no clickbait, like all the other channels. Thank you, Jack. Yes, we try to avoid the clickbait.
We do.
Try our best. Once in a while, we just sprinkle a little one in just for fun.
If Matty Boy launches one into the stratosphere,
If something,
380,
we have to.
we have to.
If something funny happens, we have to do it. But for the most part, you're right. We try to avoid it. So thank you for noticing. We appreciate it.
Liam Hancock is asking, is there any chance of a return of the Y in the Bag series? They were great. I actually think that was an interesting series, and it's probably something we can do as we were kind of look at different ways of expanding the channel, you know, in terms of the categories and subcategories that we do with
Sure.
it. And it's not really something that we need to do on a just solely filming day. I mean,
I was also going to say maybe it's a good medium to have it on a podcast.
Yeah.
We're going to get into some written
That's a
stuff
good-
as well.
Yep,
So
yep.
maybe it would serve itself well for written content.
That's a good
So I
point.
would say, Liam, yeah, in some shape or
I
form.
think in some shape or form, that's the right way to say it.
It didn't. We like doing them. It didn't perform well on YouTube for whatever reason.
Yeah.
So maybe it would be a better podcast thing.
Yeah.
Maybe it'd be a better Instagram thing even. You could do it as an
I
Instagram
think so.
slideshow.
I think an Instagram,
Wouldn't it
that's
be good?
Totally as a carousel and that's
And you guys are dabbling in that already, which is nice.
totally.
Yeah.
That's and we're also talking about a new series, guys, where we kind of hand the ideas over to you. So the idea being that you request it and we test it.
Yes.
So that idea.
And we may do it live, actually.
Yeah.
Actually, we will do it
I
live.
think it'd be great to do it live.
Like a couple-hour
Yep.
session every week. On top, this is our Q&A, so
Yeah.
it wouldn't interrupt this. Probably still do Q&As. What would you go test it?
You request it,
we test it?
test it.
Yeah, I
So-
like that.
So basically, you guys just, if there's two heads that you're keen on seeing us test, Mizuno 223 versus T100S, you want to know, we basically, the same way you guys have ideas, that or thoughts that you may want to try two different heads, we're doing exactly the same thing. So
100%.
you guys can request it and then let us get to work on doing the test.
Yeah, and I think we'll do it as a live weekly series.
That'd be cool.
Yep, that'll be a 2023 thing. A lot of Mizuno questions this year. Or this one. Okay.
What do we have? 85 likes. We have 514 watching.
I feel like
in
we
this
could do
our
better.
5th year anniversary.
True, it is an anniversary. How could you treat us this way? We're drunk. Come on. What else we got to do?
Yeah. We definitely need.
Put that number up.
We definitely need to get that up.
Yeah, agreed. From our pal Brent. Brent is asking, curious, the reception of the Cobra putters, if they will continue. Okay, we'll start with that. So Cobra has more putters coming out. Can't tell you what they are because I think they're going to be a PGA show thing.
Yeah.
I think they're on to something, personally. I like mine. I think the roll face kind of technology works almost too well for me.
Yeah, you were
I
saying
top
that.
spin it like to the point where I hit everything long with it. I do like the putter a lot though. So I think Cobra's going to really continue to invest in that line.
Yeah.
And we saw that with our presentation. So I think they're onto something. I think they just need, they're pretty young in that game. I would say Cobra as a modern company, they just kind of started getting back into that. So with the sick face and the 3D printing, I'd say the next few years could be quite interesting. I don't know if, I don't know what their sales share is with those. If they did well, I have no idea.
Not sure.
Not sure. I haven't seen any
sure.
on the course myself, but I think it'll come.
Yeah.
The sick face is good, and I think having more, like sick doesn't have that many head shapes. So if you want that face,
Yeah.
kind of makes sense to go to a Cobra putter because they have like 20 different putters. And Brent says his fave TXG moment was a plea from Ian on behalf to my wife to get some new irons. I remember you instructing Brent's wife that his happiness would be affected. And
That's right. Yeah.
your standard
true.
your standard answer. Yep.
How dare you mistreat your husband so terribly?
Around the holidays.
Or the holidays when
Would
his
you do
heart
such a
pines for nothing more than a new driver or a TXG gift card.
Yeah, one of the two or both. Okay. From behind the golfer, T100s or ZX7 as a more forgiving option coming from MC501s. Are MC501s a blade?
Yes.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. They are.
T100 and ZX7, in my opinion, are fairly similar in a forgiveness profile in terms of misshits.
Yeah.
I think the soles are different. So whichever one the sole suits you better on would be probably more turf forgiving. But, miss-hit forgiveness between these two, I don't know. The ZX7's a bit bigger.
A bit bigger. Yeah.
So
but
maybe-
T100 has a bit more tungsten.
Yeah, it'd be a tough choice.
So
Can't really go wrong.
different soles. I mean, yeah, forgiveness. Like we always talk about forgiveness. How would you define forgiveness?
Yeah, what are you looking for?
What is it? Yeah, what is it you need to be forgiven from? Is it your turf interaction? Is it your toe and heel strikes?
Yep.
Is it too much dynamic loft?
Yeah, because the ZX7's a bit stronger.
So those two are the same because the S.
Oh, T100S.
They're both
Gotcha.
the same.
Gotcha.
But Yeah, so it would just be more like, I would say the sole would be the biggest thing, and then the second thing would be the weight placement down low, toe and heel
Right.
for the 100s. Make it very, very forgiving for the type of iron that it is. More forgiving. I would have to lean, honestly, I'd have to lean towards Strixon.
Strixon?
I would.
Yeah, I would.
Bigger head.
Okay, Expo Jesse. Jesse says, I have Ping G410s. We're talking about irons, I think.
Mhm.
He didn't get fit for them properly. Fitter only changed the height because I'm 6'4". When I got fit, I was probably an 18 handicap. Now I'm an 8. Should I get new irons? I think you should probably go for another fitting.
Mm-hmm.
That's a safe bet. I would definitely go back, take them in for assessment.
Mm-hmm.
That's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Sounds like they did the static measurement and gave him a longer
Yeah.
shaft versus a dynamic measurement.
I mean, I would say the fitter couldn't have done too bad a job.
No, it couldn't have been
18
terrible.
plus to 8.
Yeah, it didn't hinder you too bad.
Heck of a drop. So, yeah, I would definitely say the type of iron you needed when you were at an 18 plus handicap versus an 8 is most likely different.
Yeah. You're due for a new set of irons.
Yes.
Absolutely. What are you looking up over there?
Trying to see, I saw there was a question come in there. I've seen it a couple of times on inside diameter of a LA Golf Soho. Jacob is asking.
Oh, okay. I don't see it here.
Not
but
something we measure the inside diameter an awful lot.
why would you need something like that?
Probably just to see if it goes over the top of
Of
any
course.
particular
Those
styles.
like flow neck styles?
Yeah. Yeah, where you get like a little flare tip or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Jacob, reach out to me on Instagram about that one. Just mention that you asked this on the live, and I'll get a ID measurement. I've got a couple of Soho shafts down at the shop.
Nice.
I can measure that one when we're
Oh,
back.
here he is. Jacob's asking about that there. Okay. A couple people have asked this. We're talking about set wedges versus specialty. If I recall correctly, your recommendation in a pitching wedge, the number of people that benefit from a specialty 46 degree is pretty low, right? Even on tour, most of the guys are playing the set wedge in pitching wedge.
Yep.
It's not too many guys who have the 46 degree Vokey, for example.
Right.
So as a 10 handicapper, probably go with a set one, yeah?
You would.
You might even want to go with a set A wedge
Yeah.
for a lot of people.
Actually, in those irons, I got a.
Oh, did you?
I got a set gap wedge.
How's it look?
Nice.
Is it nice? In the
Yeah.
TXGs there? Yeah, I think my next set of irons, I consider it too.
Worth a try.
I don't mind it. I don't do anything with the 50 that isn't just straight chips and stuff.
Totally. Arizona golfer saying, lads, played through North yesterday, and the starter asked my playing partner, why does this guy have 2 drivers in the bag? What a legend.
Why not?
Why not?
That's the answer.
Yeah,
Why the hell
definitely.
not?
The more the merrier.
Will the G 430 stuff be on the cart soon?
Soon.
Soonish.
Soon.
Month.
Not as soon as you want,
No.
Trooper. Not this week, but you'll see it probably the tail end of January. So if you're really keen on that, I'd hang fire on your fit until then.
Yeah. You'll see videos from us on the 10th of January. T saying, Ian, how about that World Cup final?
Oh,
What'd you think?
unreal.
Wild scene?
Yeah, it was a wild scene. I kind of, obviously, the drama was unbelievable, but for 79 minutes, it was a bit of a one-sided snooze fest. Until
I've heard a few people say that.
Scored and then obviously scored again. It was totally just, it was so one-sided to Argentina. The whole kind of conspiracy or the truth that they had a virus in the camp in the French team camp. You could totally see that or you could believe that was the case because they seemed just so like heavy-legged.
Really?
End of a long tournament as well. Lots
It's
of
a lot of play.
Yeah, they're not getting too much rest, but you think World Cup final, you're going to literally
jacked up, yeah.
running till your legs fall off.
You would think so?
But, Mbappe single-handedly, got them back into it, 2 goals, squared the game. And then, Messi scores the third with 10 minutes to go in extra time. You think it's done. and Pape pops up and scores again.
Crazy.
Yeah.
It was not dull, was it?
No. But for me, it got the right result in the end.
That's kind of what you thought was nice.
Yeah, I thought they were
Storybook
the better
ending.
team, and
Yeah.
it makes me question the Saudi Arabia loss even more.
Right. That's
At
right.
the start of the tournament,
Yeah,
a
yeah,
lot of
what the
people
hell happened?
forgetting, like, a team in a 3.5 or 3.5, 4 year unbeaten streak.
Yeah.
Probably the best team in the world right now. Going into the World Cup, they lose their first
losing.
game to Saudi Arabia, then go on to win every other game to win the World Cup.
Maybe just sort of asleep at the wheel. You see it in some sports where guys just come out unprepared, or they're mentally not thinking, I have to put my all into this.
Or they got a really large check.
To let Saudi Arabia win a game.
I mean,
Who knows?
stranger things, right? Stranger things.
Absolutely.
I mean, FIFA are,
Yeah, they're not exactly got the best track record for that kind of thing, do they?
FIFA are a little bit of a questionable organisation in that sense. So the
That's
integrity of who are the team in this tournament
Yes.
that if they lost their first game could win the next 2 games to make sure they still qualify and it won't really affect the way the tournament plays out. That's what my conspiracy theorist mind would say.
Honestly, it's not that far-fetched, is it?
Who knows?
From Tim. Tim is saying, please could you recommend wedge shafts to complement his Recoil 90s F4?
Mm-hmm.
It's for a 50, a 54, and a 58. So he's got Recoil, is that S, like as in stiff, or is F4 the
that's
designation?
stiff, yeah.
Okay, so Recoil 90S F4 in the irons.
Yep.
What do you like for Tim in the 3 wedges there, 3 specialty wedges?
Probably some Nippon Modus 105, some Dynamic Gold 105, something in and around that territory.
Lovely.
Tim would be really nice. Maybe even KBS Tour 110s would be really nice. Dave, who we met at the KBS studio,
Yes.
has sent us
Oh,
some shafts.
Man, he didn't waste any time,
No,
did he?
He did not. He's a good lad.
So we got some wedge shaft testing
We
to do.
do.
That's great.
Yeah.
Okay, got one here.
A bunch of supers just
I know,
came in.
I'm going to kind of fly through a few. High handicappers, should I go to a single brand fitting like sub 70 or go to a fitter that has more than one brand? So high handicapper, do you go with the one brand or do you go with the multiple brand agnostic?
Go get fitted. Yeah.
Yeah, from
Independent.
everyone possible.
Go to an independent club fitter, get fitted for what works best for you.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
love it. Yeah, really no reason not to.
Zero
Reason not to.
Zero
reason.
What you want to spend is up to you.
Yeah, that's
absolutely
different.
Up to you.
Yep.
But go and get fitted. Know what you're investing in. Make sure you're not risking your investment by getting fit into the wrong stuff. That's the best of what one company has.
It's true, because no one company makes the best of everything.
Definitely
Even
not.
some of them make a lot of good stuff, but there's always a weakness in there somewhere.
Definitely.
A super thanks from Rubbish.
Rubbish.
Thank you, Rubbish.
Thank you, Rubbish. You are not.
You're not Rubbish. Fireworks for us from Rubbish. Thank
You're
you.
a good guy.
Cheers. Expo Jess. I'm just going to fly through these. Is that cool?
Yeah, go for it, pal.
Jesse says, thanks for answering my question. No problem. He's a TaylorMade fanboy. Okay, so he was an 18 plus with Ping G410s. So he's a
Right.
TaylorMade fanboy. He's an 8 handicap now. Are the P790s or P770s too unforgiving? Wanting a set that will grow with me as I get better. No, definitely not.
You could definitely do that. I mean,
Combo them.
yeah, you could. You definitely could. What was the first set of irons? They were what, G410?
G410s, yeah. That's what he was playing. Yeah.
I'd kind of like you to challenge yourself a little bit on it, Jesse, and get into 770s.
I think they're plenty forgiving,
I do.
770s.
Yeah, I definitely do as well.
I hit that 3-iron when we were in California. Honestly, it was plenty forgiving. Not suggesting you're going to get a 3-iron, but even in the longer irons, there's plenty going on with those.
Totally.
Yeah, go for it. You're an 80 handicap. You're a good player.
Yeah.
Quality player.
Guys,
if you haven't asked a question, save it for after the holidays. I was going to say next week, but save it for after the holidays. Just want to make sure we get to the remaining ones that we have here. Yeah. So that's an interesting question here. Have either of you gentlemen played or fitted a side saddle face-on putter player? I converted last year and have enjoyed the optical advantages of it. Thank you for your time. I've never tried it. Is it legal? I thought they made it illegal.
It is.
Oh, I'm just stupid then. So it is still legal. Mm-hmm. Did you ever, over the years?
Bryson was side saddle for a little bit.
Yeah, that's right, he was.
Yeah. I think I fitted 1 or 2 people to their side saddle putter.
Because they brought it in. Yeah. Not a common one, clearly.
No.
I don't even know what company would make one.
Bobby Grace made one.
Does he? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I mean we don't certainly do much of it or really think too much of it, to be honest. I think the lack of people doing it and the people whose lives depend on it.
Yep.
The lack of them doing it would tell you that it's probably not for, even when you say everyone, it's probably not really for many.
That's fair.
If any.
Yeah, if any. Yeah. That's well. But if it's working for you,
yeah,
hey,
good, great.
keep going.
Keep cracking on.
Okay. Daniel says he loves the content. He's learned a lot. Thanks, Daniel.
Thank you, Daniel.
He struggles with launch and strike with his driver.
Yeah.
Currently uses Modus 130S in irons. Daniel, I'm not entirely sure what you're asking.
So struggling with the strike, I guess. So, what shaft?
Okay.
I think maybe
in the driver and
driver
irons
would be quite good.
Sure.
I mean, I think one that's super stable that would tend to be good for people who lean the handle a touch, because Modus 130 is super butt stiff and more tip soft.
Right.
I think that TR Red, Ventus TR Red is going to be a champion for so many people.
Agreed, yeah.
So I'd give that a try, Daniel.
Okay, Daniel. Ventus TR Red for you. Speaking of Ventus, Stu is asking, which Ventus plays most similar to a Tensi AV White, 65 gram stiff, TSI 3 driver and 45.5. So I'm assuming the AV White came in his driver, and he wants to get a Ventus. So which one would be the closest model?
Got it,
That's what I'm assuming.
Yeah,
Stu, I hope I'm getting that right for you, bud.
AV White. I would definitely say blue by far. I'm just trying to think of whether it's TR or standard blue. I'd probably be more inclined to say standard blue.
Having hit both, I'd agree with you on that one, yeah. I think blue and that one have a lot in common.
We were just chatting about this before we jumped on the live. PGA show, we are going to be down in the kind of South Florida area a few days before the PGA show. Throwing it out there to any of our friends who are in the South Florida area and the West Palm area.
West Palm, okay.
Any recommendations, any assistance, any pros down in that area? We're looking for somewhere to play a couple of rounds of golf.
Yeah.
Down in that area, 21st.
The 21st and 22nd. Maybe film some very casual content.
Yep.
It wouldn't look like a film crew, but
No.
Ian and I are doing some work on our swings and we want to film some little segments.
That would be perfect.
So a place where that would be possible, and of course play a little golf, me, you and Mikey, would be great.
That would be awesome.
So you can comment, you can DM us.
DM us for sure. Yeah. Slide into the old DMs.
Slide into the DMs and you'll get an answer on that one, I promise you.
Recommend playing at the Grove. We would love to play at Grove.
Grove.
That's Jordan's.
That's Jordan's place. Michael. Okay, from Logan. Logan is currently playing TaylorMade Tour Preferred MBs from 2011. Okay. He's looking to upgrade. Do they compare more to P7 MB or P7 TW? That's a great question. Probably the MBs, right? Because the TWs are their own thing.
MBs for sure.
So and especially the new MBs.
Yeah.
Yeah, Logan, the MBs, the TWs are very TW-ish, very unique.
Yeah.
I'm just going to take this one really quick because he's asked it a million times. The back weight fell out of my G400 LST. I feel for you. If Ping won't repair it for you, which I'd be surprised, but if they won't, is G430 going to be one to look out for? Yeah. Ian just gave you the indication that
you're going to want to try that one for sure.
Yeah, it's a nice driver.
Definitely.
You will see that we had high praise for it.
Go hit the Palm Beach Par 3. That course looks great.
I've never heard of it.
I'm trying to think who I saw. Someone was out there recently, and it looked really good.
Nice. Yeah, we'd be down for that.
Definitely. PGA National, Abdullah's saying that'd be worth going to. Yeah,
Okay.
it would.
Yeah.
Would be in. Freddie M saying would also be interesting to hear Vishal comment on the fact Mizuno Tour Pros almost exclusively play STZ and almost none play STG. Yes, but also remember in terms of the percentages, right? So even if you get, 2 out of 10 playing, the G. Like I know Luke Donald was playing G for a while.
Was he?
Yeah, there was a couple of them playing G. You might be talking like 15-20% of tour staff playing G. That's quite a lot.
It is.
That is quite a
It's
lot.
not nobody.
Yeah. So
and it's a smaller tour staff, obviously, than a lot of companies have. So.
But the Z heads are just fantastic. They really are. I mean, won our bracket 2 years ago.
Must have been.
Who won the last one?
I think that was the last one, wasn't it?
Was it Mizuno?
I feel like Mizuno won the last time we did it.
Might have been.
Unless I'm crazy. Because we had Vosh on for a podcast afterwards. Feels like 2 years ago.
I know. I'm
My time sense is brutal. But I think that's the last bracket winner was actually that one.
Yeah. Hey, young Michael in there wishing everyone a Merry Christmas and a happy glass of red wine.
Michael, same to you. Same to you, pal.
Yep.
Happy holidays. From Zach. Zach says he would love to see us do a video where you play 9 holes with current irons versus a complete blade set and break down the strokes gained. Yeah, I'm sure we can do stuff like that next year.
Definitely.
Yeah, more on-course stuff next year. We'd be open to doing stuff like that, that's for sure.
Travis says, Church has seen call Rick Shields. He was just down there and did some stuff with Claude Harmon and Brad Faxon.
Oh, that's cool.
Sure he could make some intros. Merry Christmas, guys.
Merry Christmas.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, we can send Rick a little message. He's
Yep.
always been very nice to us, to be honest.
He has.
Not that we've done anything to deserve it, but he's always been very nice to us. Sean, we are going to film a P770 comparison video. We actually almost did it today, but we want to get more. Ian made a good point. The changes are a lot to do with progressive CG throughout the set.
Yeah.
So to hit 6-iron to 6-iron, it would have been a little pointless.
Yeah.
So yeah, we will do it, but it'd probably be a bit because we got to get samples from both. So
We do. We need a couple of matching sets built up.
Yeah.
To the point where we isolate the variable being just the CG progression.
I think TaylorMade will do that. They've been very supportive of us. So, and I think they'll be anxious to get that out there. Like, why would you upgrade, right?
Totally.
All right. You want to take uno más? Of your choice?
What we got? Let's go into. I just saw one there from Rasmus saying favorite accessories, but let's turn that into favorite kind of golf or like Christmas gifts that are golf related.
What would be great Christmas gifts?
Yeah.
I think a rangefinder or GPS device.
Yeah.
For a lot of people would be a really, really good gift.
Arcos subscription.
That's a great idea. I mean, you can't go wrong with. The only thing is, depends on how serious the golfer is, but like a box of really nice golf balls, like high-end stuff.
Yeah.
Pro V1s or something like that. It's hard to go wrong with that.
We already recommended a club fitting for the loved one in your life.
I mean, a club fitting is hard to go wrong with, especially because it's an experience
It's
too.
a great thing to give someone. You're right. It's an experience. You don't have to leave the house to get it. You can literally be sitting in your house and go online and purchase it. You can buy a gift certificate or something like that. It's an absolute no-brainer. You don't have to go to the shops and go and get in amongst the traffic and all that sort of stuff.
Maybe a super speed set of some kind. One of the super
super
speed training.
Yeah, it's stack system. If you do buy a stack system for yourself or someone else, TXG 10 will save you 10%.
Oh, lovely.
Little 10% saving for yourself or the loved one in your life who needs to get faster.
Who doesn't? Maybe a Tour Striker Martin Chuck training aid.
I think you could.
He has several really good ones.
Totally, you could.
That would be a nice gift for someone.
Yeah.
Not to insult them, but just to say, hey, maybe you want to work on your game.
Yep. Your shaft is leaning a wee bit backwards.
You are adding too much dynamic loft.
Compress that golf ball for the love of God.
Yeah. I think those are all good ones. What else? What else can I think of?
Good? I tell you what, I really like that putt-out kit I've got.
Yeah, you mentioned that was a very good idea.
Yeah, they've got the putt-out mirror. I'll actually post it. I'll do a little post tonight on on that little setup I've got at home. I've kind of cleaned up the basement a little bit, so I've got the setup with the mat and the mirror and the few different kind of things. I've got my little laser set up now, so
Nice.
it's pretty good.
Dialing in the putting.
Gary's just saying he just picked up the slingshot that we
that's
we,
right.
we recommended that in
Yep.
California.
That's kind of your warm-up device.
Yep. Slingshot. I think that's a really great little training aid, the slingshot.
I
one.
gotta try that out. I haven't tried it out yet.
Super Speed just sent me that new grip trainer. It's called the Grip Squeeze. Have you seen that?
No, what is it available to look at, like online? Or?
Yep. It's called the Super Speed Grip Squeeze. So this, so basically, it's a bit like it's like a huge grip with a slit down the middle, and you basically put it over Super Speed Squeeze.
I'm going to
So
be
you-
ordering one tonight.
You put it over
Okay.
your grip,
Uh-huh.
and the idea being that you're basically training your grip strength. So when you look at the metrics around the average grip strength of a long drive player, a tour golfer, and a average run of the mill Joe, it is so that a long driver almost has twice as much as the average male player.
In terms of pressure.
Grip
Yep.
strength.
Yep.
But in terms of how much of it they use, they use a much smaller proportion. I think long drivers use about 55% of their total grip strength.
So they train it above and beyond.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right, and then you've got tour pros that use more of their proportionate grip strength. They use about 58%, but the average golfer uses 75% of theirs. So in terms of how much they're choking on and kind of getting that,
Right.
the muscles and everything sort of, too rigid and so there's a lot of speed loss.
So they're
by the
exerting.
fact, exactly,
They're exerting.
too much.
Yeah.
So basically what this
cool.
trains is gains in that. There's
And you
about-
can hit balls with it.
yeah, and there's about, I think there's a 5 to 6% speed gain to be had.
I can see that.
Yeah, from
'Cause,
that.
Michelle, that we both work with on
Yep.
biomechanics, she recommended I just get a grip. I just got like a grip trainer where you kind of do resistance squeezes.
Totally.
I've been doing that. I'll be
Yep.
doing that all off season because she says it makes a big difference as well.
Think of so with that grip squeeze. Think of so you go to the gym and you get those. They're like you put it around. So if you're doing like a bar curl,
Yeah, you've got the,
and
the
I forget
foam
what they're
things.
called, those foam things.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you put it around, and basically it makes it harder to hold. So you have to hold on to it much tighter.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's
I just thought it was so you didn't tear your hands up.
No, so there is those that go over for your neck and stuff like that, but there's actually ones you can clip over the bar to so it's much harder. So if you're doing deadlifts or something, you have to
have to grip
working on
harder.
your hand strength, your forearm strength,
Oh, I didn't know that.
all that sort of stuff. It's kind of from that idea.
That's smart.
Yeah, that is. It's cool.
That's another great gift idea.
A very good one.
Yeah.
Very
And
good
hopefully in 2023, this time we'll be recommending a lot of TXG accessories because we're gonna get some new stuff made up. We're gonna go do some
Yes.
shopping at the PGA show.
one. We are.
Some window shopping, and
Yeah.
we're gonna make it a little bit of a project to get more stuff on the online store.
Yeah.
Because I just think I think we're all really in love with the logo, and I
Yep.
think it's just.
It's very true.
It lends itself so well to so many different accessories, and you guys ask for it, and we've dabbled, but I think
Yep.
we can get a little more robust offering for next year.
I literally had a 45-minute call on the way down here today about it.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Glad to hear
So we're chatting about exactly what you just said there. The
Yeah.
show, meeting with vendors, what sort of product matrix we need to try and have to have a much sort of just a better lineup
Yeah.
for you guys. Just the more
And available all
more
year and stuff like
availability.
that.
Yeah,
Great.
definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. Okay, well, guys, I hope you have a phenomenal Christmas.
Please do.
Happy holidays.
Thanks for a good year.
Yeah, definitely.
Thanks for a good 5 years, I should say.
5 years.
God,
5 years.
it's wild.
How's that been 5 years?
And I blinked. Wow.
5 years.
Here's to 5 more, right?
Yeah, to many, many more, that's for sure. Let's just let's keep going for as long as we possibly can in this game. I mean, 5 years' time, and who knows? I mean, looking at it now, what we do now is kind of, we just know what we're doing more than we did then.
Yes.
But we're kind of doing the same thing.
Yeah,
I
that's
kind
fair.
of don't feel like in 5 years we'll be doing the same thing.
I agree.
5
I
more
think it
years.
will have evolved.
I do as well.
I actually think next year will have evolved quite a bit as well.
Yes.
Year by year, it's going to change, always for the better.
Yeah.
I agree with you. Yeah.
I think you guys will be very pleasantly surprised with what you see from us next year.
I'm looking
I think
forward
that's
to
a
it.
good point. We will not be doing the same thing this
Yeah.
time next year. So
Still some of your favorite segments and stuff, but I think we'll be evolving for the better as time passes.
we have a nice framework right now for what next year will look like, and I think the one constraint we have on us doing the type of content that you guys want is time.
It's time. Yeah.
It's absolutely time, and that constraint has been taken away.
Which is a big one.
Yeah, so we now can definitely get into the planning, get into the schedule, get way out in front of it to the point where we know exactly where we're going to be doing different things and some of the projects we talk about. And I've actually asked the social media team to tease out some of the stuff that we'll be doing in terms of like our process.
Okay, that's a great idea.
Making up like a little teaser. Look forward to 2023 the show, and then it's kind of like that flickering image of us doing our thing, working on our games.
Love it.
The return of the bracket.
The bracket will be what, March or April?
Yeah, and around that time.
I got to start doing some curls.
Yeah, curls for the girls.
Yep.
So it'll be.
It's gonna be a great year. I can't
really
wait.
will.
So we're taking a little breather. You will see a couple videos this week. Then you won't see us until the week of the first week of January.
Yeah.
So the little Christmas break. So don't worry, we haven't died. We're just on vacation. But we're excited to get back at it once we both get back from little holiday trips.
Definitely. Okay, guys, have a great Christmas.
Merry
All
Christmas.
the best to you guys, your family and friends, and we'll see you in the new year.
Yeah, see you in the new year.
Take care.